Well, again, everyone, this is Bob from Hot Rock Central, and I'm making the big transition from killing my 48-volt system and transferring over all of it to a 24-volt system. So now it's not going to be dual system anymore, 48 and 24 volts, just one. And as you may have recalled, if you've seen any of my other videos, that wall right there was just plastered with all kinds of stuff, and you couldn't even see the back of the wall. So the only thing left now is just this one charger, and all that's doing is maintaining the lead acid bank that I've got sitting in a cabinet outside the shed wall here. And until I get all those sold, that'll be up there. And then once they're gone, then that'll be gone, and we'll just have a boring old wall to look at. So anyways, I took all my stuff and moved it over to this wall, and now I've got all my breakers together, all 24 of them. And this breaker right here is kind of extra special because this is coming from my 9-panel array, and I've got all 9 panels coming in on number 10 wire. Now it's got a potential of putting out about 30 amps, but I haven't really seen more than 25 come out of it yet. But I'm real curious. You're real curious on what kind of load is going through that wire right there. So I've got its own amp meter on it to tell me what's going on. And it's aimed at the late afternoon sun. It's the one spot in my property that gets hit last with the sun. So I put a big ass array there so I can catch all the light I can before the batteries aren't getting any more power. And then if you've seen a previous video I just got done doing, I made this big ass triple decker negative bus bar, and I actually had more negatives than I could feed into it, so I had to scab in another one to tie into that. And what that's all about is just making the wiring a whole lot neater. Instead of having a big ass bundle like this for both positive and negative, for the negative, all I've got is one wire going into each charger off the main bus bar. So that makes wiring this a whole lot easier. Then on top of that, if you ever have to, say, move one of your strings to another charger because one charger is not getting as much as another, then all you have to do is pull the positive and move it. So that's all you've got to do. You don't have to search out the companion negative to figure out which ones to move. All you got to do is just move one positive, and that's it. And then up here, this meter tells me exactly how many amps it's coming in from all the panels into my charger. Then the chargers I've got 520 amp chargers for 600 amps. And on top of each one, I've got one that tells me the voltage that I'm getting coming in from all the panels. Then underneath, what I've got is amp meters, and it tells me how many amps my chargers are putting out. And over here, I've got a battery monitor here, and it tells me how many amps are going in or out of my battery. So I have a good indication of whether I'm charging or whether I'm discharging. And then because I've got about 860 amps in panel power, which I doubt I could see all at one time, I've got these knife switches right here, and if I'm not using much power from the chargers, I can kill these and take away some of the power being fed to these chargers. And then over here I've got a solar intensity sensor, and this tells me what condition the sun's in, whether it's full sunshine or partly cloudy or whatever. And if it was full sun, then I'd see 100% right there. And there's my big ass 400 amp breaker that is supplying this 6 kW Genetry inverter. And over here I've got a space for a spare inverter. Actually, it's going to be a helper inverter because during the middle of summer when it gets so hot with all the air conditioners running, I can pretty near max out this 6 kW inverter. So I'm going to be ordering another inverter as a helper. And actually, all it's going to be doing is running an air conditioner. You can barely see behind all those wires. and that'll take enough of a load off this this inverter right here, so I won't be maxing it out as much as I could possibly be doing. And I don't like maxing out my equipment if I can at least help it. So anyways, and then on top of that, that inverter can be tied in as a backup to take the place of this inverter in case this inverter goes down. And I've got a big old 100 amp knife switch right here to take care of that. And all I have to do is switch that off. And now I've gone from solar to grid. Turn it back on. And there you go, I'm back to solar again. And then I've got a separate switch here, so I can switch from grid to solar. Just flip this right here. There you go. And there's a relay right there that controls the signal going to these lights right here, tell me where I'm at. And just a random outlet. And all my inverter power is tied into these massive bus bars right here that go into my electrical system for the house. And then I've got a kilowatt meter right there. And then I've got general stats there telling me what voltage I'm putting out, how many amps. And I've got another amp meter right there because when I'm sitting down in my chair, I can't see how many amps I'm putting out from this meter. So that right there will tell me just exactly how many amps I'm putting out, so I can keep an eye on that. And that right there is just a thermometer that tells me what the temperature is for a storage room that I've got behind this door right here. And feeding all this with battery power is 4 300 amp hour lithium packs, 8S lithium packs. There's 300 there, 300 there, 300 there, 300 there. That's 1200 amps, and that's about 30 kilowatts right now. And then I've got the space. That one right there is my first lithium pack that I bought from a junk dealer, and those just went toast on me last week. So that's an empty box waiting for a new set of lithiums. And then there's another slot down there for another lithium pack. And I've got some AGMs down there that I'm running with these, and eventually they'll go too, and I'll put some lithiums in its place. So I've got space here, potential for about 60 kilowatts of power. So there you go. That's my transition from 48 to just 24 volts. And I hope you liked what you saw. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.